What's good, everybody? It's almost the afternoon. Hope everybody enjoying their day. As you see, I'm out here getting this exercise on, enjoying these sun rays. Good morning. Yeah, so you already know.
What's up, man?
It's good with you. About to go ahead and get started here in a minute. As y'all see, it say what part 9? Student loan. I'm gonna touch on student loans for a minute. Oh yeah. Brought my ball out today. I played ball today and I'm walking. So I did about 10,000 steps and I played ball today. You know, health is wealth. So I mean, people be focused on material and money, man. Your health go down, it don't mean nothing. But like I'm saying, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, man. We're gonna touch on this thing called student loans. Now I just read uh they saying Joe Biden gonna do something with student loans. But what he keep doing is kicking the can down the road. And what I mean by that is don't nobody want to take uh, responsibility. You know what I mean? We got two sets of government. We got the Republicans, we got the Democrats. So everybody use it to their advantage or disadvantage. So right now, they know the economy is shaky. They know everything, the inflation. You know, they know a lot of things is upside down. So they know when if people start resuming paying their student loans, you know, you're going to have to pick between student loans or eating, student loans or your car note, student loans or your rent. You understand? So they already know. So what they going to do is just kick it down the street. That's all they going to do. Basically. Sorry for pausing, y'all. I just see a little commotion. Folk running around. You know, you got to stay on point, know what's going on around here. This is the D. But yeah, back to what I was saying though. So basically, that's what they gonna do, man. Now, what they not telling folk or they not pointing out is the fact they done spent about 90 billion, then 100 billion they done gave of our tax money to Ukraine. A cold 100 billion almost, man. They done gave to the Ukraine. That's not even our war. That's Russia and Ukraine and the EU. That ain't got shit to do with us. So they taking our tax money and giving it to them and telling them, okay, we got to make sure they democracy survive. So we got to make sure they straight. But while we here at home, gas down there $5 a gallon, food outrageous, everything, rent, mortgage, everything is outrageous here in America. People homeless. It's a lot of shit going on here in America. Crime all over the place, drugs all over the place, guns all over the place. But we worried about what the fuck is going on in Ukraine. That don't make no sense to me. And it shouldn't make no sense to y'all. God damn. My bad, damn bug. But basically, they don't want to cancel student loans here in America because the much money they done spent in Ukraine, to the Afghans, to the immigrants, all the money they done gave to everybody who was not from America, you could have been to cancel student loan debt and started everybody from zero. Or 50,000. Something gives people some type of a starting point. Because at the end of the day, if my generation, which I'm in the 45, the 35 to 45 range, then you got the 25 to 30 and so on and so forth, you know, if everybody settled with debt, man. Now we knew what we was doing. Let me say that too. Because I can hear people, well, you signed the paper, you agreed to it. Yeah, but we didn't agree to all the interest out. That's where they get you at. If you borrow 30, you end up paying 100 because they didn't tax you so much on the interest. Matter of fact, just take the interest off. Make it a no interest rate and go back to the original what you borrowed. Most people can pay that off in like 5 to 10 years. But when you start getting 100,000, 200, 300,000 for some student loan shit, you never gonna pay that shit back. Plus the job that you went to school for, 9 times out of 10, you're not even in that field. You doing something totally different than what you went to school for. But they telling you, oh yeah, you get a degree in this, you gonna make this much money. And you don't even end up in that field. So I think it's hypocritical of our government to not help us when it comes to student loans, but then just give our tax money to Ukraine, Afghan, immigrants, people who are not even from this country. And there's no red tape for them. They ain't got to fill out a bunch of paperwork and, okay, we need your proof of income. We need X, Y, and Z. We need blood sample, urine sample, feces sample, how much you made 10 years ago, where you lived 30 years ago. Like, they ain't got to go through all that, dog. The paperwork should be real simple. Do you owe student loans? Yes. Can you pay it? No. Basically. And just go from there. But our government got so much red tape when it comes to us, but other countries, they just cut the check for them. So just think about it from that standpoint. I know folk get emotional. I know folk, hey, well, you filled out the paperwork and you signed up for it and you deserve to pay. So, okay, so if I deserve to pay, don't the Ukrainians deserve to pay? Should they pay the money back that we helping them with? If that's the case, shouldn't the Afghans have to pay their money back? Shouldn't the immigrants that's at the border right now pay that money back? While we got to pay the money back, they don't. And they don't have no red tape. So until they start paying back, I don't even want to hear that argument of what we need to do. If student loan debt is causing people not to buy cars, homes, to live the American dream, then I don't want to hear that shit. They getting everybody with their emotional. If it's so much, everybody got cell phones today, dog. Everybody got a cell phone around the world. If it's so much destruction and so much this, that in the Ukraine, why is no video footage? Why is my man at the Grammys from a bunker, they say, talking? If it's so much violence and his life is so much under threat and it's so much bombing and so much that, why he on TV talking? That's just emotional shit, dog. And that's how they move people, even with the gun laws. They'll show some kids gunned down. Oh, we gotta get rid of guns. People that's violent criminals ain't about to throw their guns away, dog. You crazy? So all y'all doing is messing with the legal gun owners. Making it harder for us to get guns. Because the person on the street, they gonna get them a gun. Win, lose, or draw. So that's my thoughts on student loan, man. Just take the emotions out of it and make it make sense. We all know what we signed up for, right? But obviously, everybody's having a hard time. It ain't just a black thing. They try to throw it on the black women. Oh, black women got the most debt. Everybody got debt, student loan debt. It ain't just black women. But they always got to use black people or black women for some type of springboard, for some type of agenda, some type of issue. Everybody dealing with student loan debt, white, black, orange, and purple. So if they see the numbers, hey, people struggling, people really not being able to pay their bills. We in inflation. Right now, we in a recession. We done had 2 quarters of shrinkage, which means each quarter of the economy has shrunk. It's not growing, it's shrinking. So that means 2 of them means that's a recession. But now we got this government, we got Joe Biden telling us nah, and his people telling us nah. Two quarters of shrinkage ain't recession. So now they moving the goalposts. Shout out to the one person who came into the room. So now they moving the goalposts and they telling us we not living in a recession. Everything costs an arm and a leg right now. Yeah, they moving the gas down, but gas was once, when Trump was in office, gas was down there under $2. It was like 190 something, 2 something at the most. This lame get in office, gas, $5. Now, one thing, like I tell my wife, man, one thing about people, especially black people, niggas be hurting, but we so good at not letting people see that we hurting. But everybody's like that to a certain degree. Nobody's really gonna say, oh man, I'm struggling. That's like me and my homeboy used to talk. When you walk past a person and you say, hey, what's up? You good? No matter what a person going through, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, yeah, I'm good. What's good? Or here in Detroit, they be like, what up, though? You know what I'm saying? Nigga be struggling financially, mentally, all kind of shit. But we train to act like everything is okay. So everybody's like that, man. So that's the thing about the economy. You can see the numbers, so you know people struggling, but nobody's gonna come forward and say, hey, I'm broke, because don't nobody want to be seen as broke. Nobody, white, black, it don't matter. Especially black folk, man. I'm seeing niggas around here, house ain't no more than 10 bands. But nigga got a $50,000, $60,000 car in the front yard. Nigga jumping fresh, clothes fresh, shoes fresh. Niggas put their fronts up real good around here. But niggas can't pay their property taxes. So that tell you, oh no, they ain't got that paper. Because if they had that paper, they wouldn't be crying about property taxes. So at the end of the day, everybody, dog, is hurting unless you're a multi-millionaire. Now, if you got 10 million up, you pretty much straight. But if you in the single digits as a millionaire, oh yeah, you watching your money. If you in the 100,000s, you watching your money, and you definitely watching your money if you under that. So when it comes to student loans, man, folk can't pay that, man. Can't pay the gas, pay the rent, pay the mortgage, food prices, everything costing. But we look on the news and they tell us, hey, we got to send 20 billion more to Ukraine. We got to make sure the immigrants at the border is straight. So we got to put them in a hotel with y'all money. We got to make sure their kids is fed and they got health care with our money. But then we can't even get health care here. Matter of fact, the elderly people here in America suffer the most when they get older. For one, they're on a single income, they're on a fixed income, but for two, they break their medical shit up. I don't understand. I be telling my wife, like, I don't even understand how they just break their shit up like that. They worked all them years and now they medical shit broke up to Medicare, Part D, Part B, why they just can't have health care? Period. Why they shit gotta be broke up? Because they already know that elderly people go to the doctors more and they need more care. So they break it up to basically nickel and dime them. That's basically what they do. They nickel and dime them, man. And if you're on the fixed income, how in the hell you gonna be able to pay all that? You can't. So now they picking and choosing between what they gotta eat, if they can eat, if they can pay their rent. So now they gotta pick and choose for that. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. So that's my thoughts on 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 the goddamn student loan, man. That shit is outrageous. Everybody can't pay that, man. If people could pay it, wouldn't even be an issue. It ain't like, see that, and the reason why I say they black women, because they want to make like, oh, it's poor people that's struggling the most. It's black women that's struggling the most. That's just to make it, put a face to it, man. Obviously, white people struggling too. Obviously, Mexicans and everybody else struggling with student loans too. But they want to put the black face on there, so it look like, hey, these people are struggling. These people need help. No, we all need help. Period. So like I said, that's my thoughts on it, man. My rant for the day. Y'all enjoy your Saturday. It's a real nice day. All right. Peace.